This month we're talking all about nature's headgear. Here at Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch, you have the opportunity to see over 500 animals. Do you ever wonder if the animals that you see have horns or antlers? Antlers and horns can serve the animal many different purposes, such as displaying maturity and dominance, as well as a weapon of defense. Antelopes on the ranch will have horns that do not shed, while deer will shed their antlers once a year. However, there is an animal on our ranch whose horn does continue to grow throughout their lifetime, and that would be our 7 white rhinos. Their horns are completely made up of keratin fibers and can even grow a couple inches per year. Now let's talk about Gemsbok. For this specific species, males and females will both have horns. However, that is not the case for every antelope. Now, Gemsbok have also received the nickname the lion killers, and that's due to their strikingly long horns that they can use as spears to protect themselves and their young. Their horns can even reach up to 3 to 4 feet long. Unlike a rhino's horn, who is fully made up of keratin, a Gemsbok horn is going to be a bony core that is then covered by a keratin sheath. And then once the animal matures, the horns will stop growing. However, if a Gemsbok breaks a horn, it will not regrow. Approximately how long can a Gemsbok horn be? Is it A, 1 to 2 feet, B, 3 to 4 feet, C, 5 to 6 feet, or D, 8 feet? If you guessed B, you're correct. A Gemsbok horns can reach up to 3 to 4 feet long. The Blackbuck Antelope have one of the most recognizable horns in the animal kingdom. And for the Blackbuck, only males will have horns. Males can use their horns to establish mating rights, often locking their horns and pushing against other males as a form of strength test to establish dominance. They are uniquely spiraled shaped with an average of 3 to 4 twists. And like the Gemsbok, their horns are permanent. If they break, they will not regrow. However, they do slightly thicken as they age. At one point, because of the beauty of a Blackbuck's horns, it made them a target. Today, this species is protected in their native lands in India, as well as here at Natural Bridge Wildlife Ranch. Now, which animal has earned the nickname the lion killer? Is it A, the Blackbuck Antelope, B, the axis deer, C, the fallow deer, or D, the Gemsbok Oryx? If you guessed Gemsbok, you're correct. Their horns can reach really long lengths, helping them to defend themselves and their offspring. When it comes to antlers, axis are going to have more of a classic type of antler. Typically, they're going to have 3 points on either side, but it's been observed to have 8 points and even 10 points total. So an axis deer is going to be native to India near the equator, where there's not as much of a seasonal variation, which impacts their breeding biology. Unlike the fallow deer, axis do not have a set breeding season, so they will breed year-round. As a result, bucks are often in different stages of antler growth. So this means that the axis won't always be in velvet at the same time, and they can also shed their antlers throughout the year rather than all at the same time in one particular season. Now it's time for a pop quiz. True or false, an axis deer will have a palmated antler? If you guess false, you're correct. An axis deer will typically have 3 points on either side of their antlers. However, it has been recorded to have even more than 6 on occasion. Fallow deer have one of the most unique types of antlers. It's very similar to a moose. It's called palmated. It'll splay out like the palm of your hand or a baseball mitt as they get older. It'll take about 3 to 5 years for a fallow buck's antler to develop the full palmate shape. So fallow deer shed their antlers every year, typically all around in the springtime. After the antlers are shed, they begin to regrow almost immediately, and when they start to regrow, they are covered in a fuzzy velvet. This velvet will provide blood and nutrients to the antler as it regrows for the season. When the velvet is rubbed off, it will ossify or harden into a dense bone until the bone dies and is shed for the year. A deer's antlers are quite an extraordinary example of rapid bone regrowth in mammals. In which season will a fallow deer typically shed their antlers? Is it A, the springtime, B, the summer, C, the fall, or D, is it winter? If you guessed A, you're correct. Typically, a fallow buck will shed their antlers in the springtime.